Have you ever found yourself standing on the edge, yearning for more? More abundance, more joy, more peace, but unsure of how to cross that seemingly impossible gap between desire and reality? The yearning for prosperity is a deep, universal desire, but it often feels out of reach, as if the universe isn't quite listening. You may have asked yourself, why do some people seem to effortlessly attract wealth and success, while others struggle despite their best efforts? Is there a secret, an unseen force that separates those who thrive from those who barely get by? The answer lies within you. Yes, it may sound simplistic, but the key to unlocking your prosperity, to manifesting the wealth and abundance you crave, is rooted in the energy you radiate and the mindset you cultivate. What many people fail to realize is that prosperity is not just about money. It is a state of being, a frequency that resonates deeply within us. When we align ourselves with this frequency, we become magnets for wealth, not just financially, but in all aspects of our lives. In this video, we will explore how to unlock that inner prosperity and create a reality where abundance flows naturally. We will dive deep into the science of manifestation and spirituality, blending principles from neuroscience, psychology, and ancient wisdom. By understanding how to reprogram your subconscious mind, shift your emotional energy, and elevate your vibration, you will learn to harness the power of simple yet powerful techniques to attract wealth into your life. But first, let us take a step back and reflect on one of the most profound teachings in the realm of personal transformation. The idea that we are not simply passive beings at the mercy of external circumstances. Rather, we are co-creators of our own reality. By the end of this video, you will have a clearer understanding of how to tap into this inherent power and bring about the changes you desire. So are you ready to finally break free from the limitations you've placed on yourself? Are you ready to step into the life of abundance and prosperity that is waiting for you? Let's begin this transformative journey together. The human mind is an incredibly powerful tool, capable of manifesting the life we dream of, but it can also be the source of many of our obstacles. One of the greatest and most hidden barriers to prosperity is the lack of internal confidence. When we struggle with self-doubt, the energy we emit is not aligned with the abundance we seek. It's as if the universe cannot hear our desires clearly because we are sending out mixed signals, longing for wealth while unconsciously blocking it. Internal confidence is the foundation of manifestation. Without it, we are constantly at odds with ourselves, sending conflicting messages about what we truly want. It's a paradox. We desire abundance, yet fear that we don't deserve it. We want success, yet we doubt our ability to achieve it. This lack of self-trust creates a dissonance between our thoughts, emotions, and actions, and the universe responds accordingly. The mind is often shaped by early life experiences, societal conditioning, and past failures. Many people carry with them subconscious beliefs from childhood or previous traumatic experiences that tell them they are not worthy, not good enough, or not capable of achieving their dreams. These deeply embedded beliefs are not always easy to identify, but they influence our daily thoughts and actions in profound ways. Carl Jung, one of the most influential thinkers in psychology, emphasized the importance of understanding the unconscious mind in shaping our reality. According to Jung, much of what we experience as adults is a result of unconscious patterns formed during our formative years. These patterns often manifest as limiting beliefs and self-doubt that act as barriers to success. If we cannot recognize and confront these unconscious beliefs, they will continue to control our lives, blocking us from realizing our potential. Let's take a moment to explore how this plays out in the context of manifestation. When you are not confident in yourself, you may unknowingly sabotage your own efforts. You might set out to manifest wealth but catch yourself thinking thoughts like, "That will never happen for me," or "I'm not the kind of person who deserves that level of success." These thoughts are not just fleeting, they are the very blocks that prevent abundance from flowing into your life. The energy you emit is one of lack, not abundance, because you don't truly believe that you are worthy of what you desire. Moreover, internal confidence isn't just about believing that you deserve success. It's about understanding that you are capable of achieving it. Without confidence, you may hesitate to take the necessary steps to make your dreams a reality. The fear of failure or rejection can be paralyzing. This fear, combined with self-doubt, becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You hold back from taking action, which in turn prevents any form of manifestation from occurring. The solution, however, is simple. Reprogram your internal belief system. This doesn't require some elaborate process of self-deception. It simply involves recognizing the beliefs that are holding you back and replacing them with new, empowering ones. This is where the power of intention and conscious thought comes in. Joe Dispenza, a neuroscientist and leading authority on the connection between mind and body, teaches us that our thoughts can literally rewire our brain. Through practices such as meditation and mindfulness, we can begin to change our neural pathways and replace old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. This process, known as neuroplasticity, shows that our brains are not fixed. They are malleable and capable of transformation at any age. When we change our internal dialogue from one of self-doubt to one of self-belief, we begin to shift the very frequency we emit. As our thoughts and emotions align with abundance, we begin to attract the opportunities and circumstances that match that frequency. But how does this play out in practical terms? The first step is acknowledging the root cause of your lack of internal confidence. Are there past experiences, childhood beliefs, or societal messages that have shaped the way you see yourself? Once you identify these limiting beliefs, you can begin to challenge them. For example, if you've grown up believing that money is hard to come by, or that people with wealth are somehow selfish or undeserving, it's time to rewrite that narrative. Wealth and abundance are not inherently evil or reserved for a select few. They are simply the natural flow of energy in the universe. When you begin to see yourself as worthy of receiving that energy, you will find that the universe starts to respond differently. One effective method for reprogramming your mind is through affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that challenge and replace negative beliefs. Instead of thinking, "I can't afford this," begin saying, "I'm open to receiving abundant wealth in my life." Over time, these affirmations will begin to take root in your subconscious, replacing old limiting beliefs with new empowering ones. Another powerful technique is visualization. When you visualize yourself as already having the wealth, success, and abundance you desire, you align your energy with that vision. The more vividly you can imagine the emotions and experiences associated with your desires, the more you send out a signal of confidence and alignment with your goals. Visualization, combined with strong emotional feelings, is a powerful way to reprogram your subconscious mind. However, it's important to remember that the process of reprogramming takes time. You won't wake up tomorrow with all of your doubts and fears erased. It's a gradual journey, but with consistent effort, you will begin to notice shifts in your mindset. You'll start to believe in your own worthiness. You'll begin to trust in your ability to create the life you want. And when that happens, the universe will begin to respond. The key to unlocking your prosperity lies in developing unwavering confidence in your own ability to manifest. As you move forward in your journey, remember that self-doubt is merely an illusion created by the mind. You are more than capable of achieving the abundance you seek. When you align your energy with your desires, when you cultivate internal confidence, you will find that prosperity flows effortlessly into your life. So take a deep breath and affirm to yourself, "I am worthy of abundance. I am confident in my ability to create the life I desire." Let these words anchor you into the truth of who you are, someone capable of achieving greatness and attracting the prosperity you deserve. The journey to unlocking your inner prosperity begins with this first step, believing in yourself. We often hear that abundance is a state of mind, a frequency that we can tap into if we align ourselves with the universe. While that idea resonates with many, the reality is that most people carry around an unconscious belief in scarcity, an internal vibration that prevents them from attracting the abundance they desire. The truth is that scarcity isn't just an external condition, it is an internal pattern deeply embedded in our brains and subconscious minds. This feeling of scarcity, the belief that there's never enough to go around, that we have to fight for every opportunity, has a profound influence on how we experience the world. It's as if we're constantly surrounded by a cloud of limitation that tells us that success, wealth, and happiness are finite resources. But this mindset doesn't come from external circumstances alone. It is deeply ingrained in our brains through repeated patterns of thought, emotion, and experience. In many ways, scarcity is not just a belief. It's a neural pattern that we have unknowingly programmed into ourselves over time. To understand why scarcity is more tied to your brain than you might realize, we need to delve into the science of how the brain works and how it shapes our reality. Our brains are designed to be efficient, and they do this by forming neural pathways based on the thoughts and experiences we have. These pathways are like highways that our thoughts travel along, making it easier for us to think in certain ways over time. If you've been thinking thoughts of lack and limitation for years, your brain has created strong neural pathways that reinforce this belief. Joe Dispenza, a leading expert in neuroscience and the mind-body connection, explains that the brain is constantly forming new neural connections based on our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. When we repeatedly think thoughts of scarcity, our brain strengthens the pathways associated with those thoughts, making it harder to break free from the cycle of lack. The more we focus on what we don't have, the more we reinforce the belief that we're not worthy of abundance. This creates a feedback loop that keeps us stuck in the energy of scarcity. But here's where it gets interesting. Neuroscience also tells us that the brain is highly adaptable. This means that just as we've created neural pathways for scarcity, we can also create new pathways for abundance. By consciously shifting our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, we can reprogram our brains to operate from a place of abundance rather than lack. The first step in overcoming the vibration of scarcity is recognizing it. Scarcity manifests in many forms, both subtle and obvious. It could show up as anxiety about money, a fear of not being able to pay bills, or a deep-seated belief that you're simply not capable of achieving your goals. It might even manifest as feelings of envy or jealousy toward those who have what you want. All of these are signs that you are operating from a place of scarcity. Once you recognize these feelings, the next step is to start questioning them. Why do you believe that there's not enough to go around? Who told you that success is limited? These beliefs are not universal truths. They are simply stories that your mind has been telling you. And like any story, they can be rewritten. The process of rewriting these beliefs starts with changing your relationship to money and abundance. One powerful way to do this is by shifting your focus from scarcity to abundance. This doesn't mean ignoring the challenges you face, but rather choosing to see opportunities instead of obstacles. It means cultivating a mindset that says, "There is enough for everyone, and I am worthy of receiving my share." One of the most effective tools for shifting your internal vibration is gratitude. When you actively practice gratitude, you begin to rewire your brain to focus on what you already have, rather than what you don't have. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to the scarcity mindset because it trains your brain to recognize abundance. It helps you see that there is more than enough love, support, resources, and opportunities to go around. By cultivating a gratitude practice, you literally change the way your brain processes information, shifting it from a mindset of lack to one of abundance. But how do you start this process? Begin by taking a few moments each day to focus on what you are grateful for. This could be as simple as appreciating the roof over your head, the food you eat, or the relationships that bring joy into your life. Over time, as you practice gratitude consistently, you'll begin to notice a shift in your mindset. Your focus will naturally shift from what's missing to what's already present, and this shift will attract more abundance into your life. Another important step in overcoming the vibration of scarcity is learning to release the fear of not having enough. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions that keep us locked in the scarcity mindset. We fear that we won't have enough money, enough time, enough resources to achieve our dreams. But the truth is that fear is an illusion. When we operate from fear, we block the flow of abundance. Fear creates resistance, and resistance keeps the things we want at a distance. Letting go of fear requires trust. Trust that the universe has a plan for you. Trust that you are supported, and trust that there is more than enough to go around. This doesn't mean that you should stop taking action or striving toward your goals. It simply means releasing the need to control every outcome. Trusting in the process allows the universe to work in your favor, aligning the right people, opportunities, and resources with your desires. One of the most powerful tools for letting go of fear is meditation. Meditation helps quiet the mind, creating space for clarity and inner peace. It allows you to connect with your true self beyond the limitations of fear and scarcity. Through meditation, you can tap into the energy of abundance that exists within you and all around you. As you meditate, focus on your breath and visualize yourself surrounded by an infinite supply of wealth, love, and opportunity. See yourself living your best life, fully aligned with the energy of abundance. By making these practices a regular part of your life, you'll begin to shift your internal vibration from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Your brain will start to form new neural pathways that support this new way of thinking, and the universe will begin to respond. As your vibration rises, so too will the opportunities and resources that align with your new mindset. The bottom line is this: scarcity is not a reality, it's a mindset. Your brain has the power to create the life you desire, but it requires conscious effort to reprogram the limiting beliefs that have kept you stuck in the vibration of lack. By shifting your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs toward abundance, you can begin to break free from the cycle of scarcity and create a reality filled with limitless possibilities. It all starts with your mind and your willingness to believe that abundance is not just possible, but already on its way. Manifestation is a powerful process, one that has captured the imagination of millions. We've all heard the success stories, those individuals who seem to effortlessly attract everything they desire, from wealth and fame to love and happiness. We've heard about the importance of having a clear intention, visualizing success, and maintaining a positive attitude. Yet despite all this knowledge, many people still struggle with manifesting their desires. Why does this happen? What are we missing? The answer often lies in emotional coherence, or rather the lack of it. While setting intentions and visualizing success are vital components of manifestation, they cannot work effectively if your emotions are out of alignment with your desires. This misalignment between thought and feeling is one of the most common reasons why manifestation efforts fail. Emotions are not just fleeting feelings, they are powerful energy frequencies that shape our reality. When we experience an emotion, our body sends out a signal to the universe that is either in harmony or in disharmony with our desires. If you are trying to manifest prosperity, but at the same time feel deep inner conflict or anxiety about money, your emotions are sending out mixed signals. The universe responds to these signals, not just to your thoughts. Therefore, if your emotions do not match the energy of abundance, no amount of positive thinking will bring about the results you desire. Joe Dispenza, a pioneer in the field of neuroplasticity, explains that when our thoughts and emotions are not aligned, it creates an incoherent energy field around us. This incoherence can prevent the manifestation of our desires because we are essentially sending out a vibration that contradicts the very things we want. For example, if you are affirming that you are worthy of wealth but at the same time harbor feelings of fear or shame about money, the energy of fear will overpower your affirmations, and your reality will reflect that inner conflict. The key to successful manifestation lies in creating emotional coherence. This means that your thoughts, feelings, and energy must all be aligned with your desires. To truly manifest abundance, your emotions must resonate with the vibration of wealth, prosperity, and success. When your thoughts and emotions are in harmony, you create a powerful energy field that attracts the very things you desire. The concept of emotional coherence can be understood more clearly when we look at the science behind it. Our emotional state directly influences our brain chemistry and our energy field. When we experience positive emotions such as joy, gratitude, or love, our brain releases chemicals like dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, neurotransmitters that promote feelings of well-being and increase our vibrational frequency. These positive emotions not only make us feel good, but they also send out a signal to the universe that we are open to receiving more of the same. On the other hand, negative emotions such as fear, anger, and frustration have the opposite effect. These emotions lower our vibrational frequency, creating an energetic block that prevents abundance from flowing freely. When we are stuck in negative emotions, we are essentially closing ourselves off from the flow of prosperity. The universe, which operates on the law of attraction, responds to the energy we put out into the world. If our energy is stuck in a low vibrational state, we will attract more of the same, more fear, more scarcity, more frustration. So, how can we begin to create emotional coherence and align our energy with our desires? The first step is to acknowledge the emotions that are blocking your manifestations. Are there feelings of fear, guilt, or shame that you carry with you when you think about money or success? Do you harbor deep-rooted beliefs that you are not deserving of prosperity? These emotions, though often unconscious, are sabotaging your ability to manifest the abundance you seek. Once you have identified the emotions that are holding you back, the next step is to release them. This is where emotional release techniques such as meditation, breathwork, and mindfulness come into play. Through these practices, you can learn to observe your emotions without becoming attached to them. This allows you to process and release the negative energy that is blocking your ability to manifest. For example, during meditation, you can focus on your breath and allow yourself to feel any emotions that arise without judgment. Instead of trying to suppress or ignore these emotions, you allow them to move through you. As you breathe deeply and focus on the present moment, you begin to dissolve the negative energy associated with those emotions. Over time, as you practice this technique, you will notice that the emotional blocks that once held you back begin to fade, making room for a more abundant energy to flow into your life. Another powerful practice for creating emotional coherence is gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most high vibrational emotions we can cultivate. When we focus on what we are grateful for, we shift our energy from lack to abundance. Gratitude helps us see the abundance that already exists in our lives, and as we focus on this abundance, we attract more of it. Gratitude also has a profound effect on our emotional state, as it naturally shifts our focus away from fear and negativity. In addition to meditation and gratitude, visualization is another powerful tool for creating emotional coherence. When you visualize your desires, you must do so with an emotional connection to your vision. Imagine how it would feel to achieve your goals, how it would feel to be financially free, to have the relationships you desire, or to experience true fulfillment. As you visualize, try to evoke the emotions associated with these desires. Feel the excitement, joy, and peace that would come with their manifestation. By connecting emotionally to your vision, you align your energy with the frequency of your desires. It's important to remember that emotional coherence doesn't mean suppressing negative emotions. Negative emotions are a natural part of life, and they can be valuable signals that something needs to be addressed. What matters is how we respond to them. Instead of allowing these emotions to control us and dictate our reality, we can choose to process and release them, creating space for positive emotions to flow. As you work to create emotional coherence, it's essential to be patient with yourself. This is not a quick fix. It's a process of rewiring your emotional habits and thought patterns. But with consistent practice, you will begin to notice profound shifts in your life. You will start to feel more aligned with your desires, and the universe will begin to respond accordingly. The bottom line is this: manifestation is not just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about aligning your entire being, your thoughts, emotions, and energy with the vibration of what you want to create. Emotional coherence is the key to unlocking the full power of manifestation. When your thoughts and feelings are in harmony with your desires, you send out a clear and powerful signal to the universe, one that draws abundance, prosperity, and success into your life. So if you find yourself struggling to manifest your desires, ask yourself, are my thoughts and emotions aligned with what I want? If not, it's time to shift your energy. Focus on creating emotional coherence and watch as your manifestations begin to unfold. When it comes to manifesting the life you desire, the power to create change lies within you. You are not a passive observer of your reality. You are an active participant in shaping it. The key to manifesting abundance, success, and prosperity is to reprogram your mindset. This may sound like a daunting task, but in reality, it can be achieved through simple, effective techniques that help shift your energy and consciousness to align with the frequency of abundance. Our minds are constantly processing thoughts, many of which are unconscious. These thoughts form the foundation of our beliefs and, ultimately, our reality. If your mind is cluttered with limiting beliefs, fears, and doubts, it will be nearly impossible to manifest your desires. However, if you take the time to consciously reprogram your mindset, you can create a new reality that is aligned with the abundance you seek. One of the most powerful tools for reprogramming your mind is affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that challenge your negative beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. By repeating affirmations regularly, you can rewire your subconscious mind and begin to shift your frequency from one of scarcity to one of abundance. For example, if you have been struggling with financial limitations, you might start by repeating, "I am worthy of financial abundance," or I attract wealth and prosperity effortlessly. It's important to note that affirmations should be spoken with emotion and conviction. The emotional energy behind the words is what gives them power. Simply repeating words without feeling their truth will not have the same effect. For affirmations to truly work, they need to resonate deeply within you. As you repeat them, visualize yourself already living the life you desire. Feel the joy and satisfaction of achieving your goals, and let these emotions anchor the affirmation deeper into your subconscious mind. Another powerful technique for reprogramming your mindset is visualization. Visualization is a practice that allows you to vividly imagine your desired outcomes, seeing and feeling yourself already experiencing the success you want. This technique is based on the concept that the mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you visualize your desires, your brain starts to create new neural pathways that are in alignment with your goals. Over time, this rewires your brain to attract the circumstances, opportunities, and people that will help you manifest your desires. One of the most effective ways to use visualization is to create a vision board. A vision board is a visual representation of your goals and dreams. It's a collage of images, words, and symbols that represent the life you want to create. As you look at your vision board every day, take a few moments to close your eyes and visualize yourself already living that life. Imagine what it feels like to have all of your desires fulfilled and allow yourself to experience the emotions of success, gratitude, and joy. By doing this consistently, you create a powerful energy that attracts your goals into reality. While affirmations and visualization are both powerful techniques, they are even more effective when combined with gratitude. Gratitude is a high-frequency emotion that shifts your vibration from one of lack to one of abundance. When you are grateful for what you already have, you send out a signal to the universe that you are open to receiving more. Gratitude also helps to dissolve any negative energy or resistance that may be blocking your manifestations. Start each day by taking a moment to reflect on the things you are grateful for. These don't have to be grand gestures. Simply appreciating the small blessings in your life, like the roof over your head, the food on your table, or the love of your family, will raise your vibration and open the door to more abundance. The more you focus on what you already have, the more the universe will bring you to be grateful for. Another technique that can help reprogram your mindset is meditation. Meditation is a practice that helps quiet the mind, allowing you to become more aware of your thoughts and emotions. It is through this awareness that you can begin to identify and release the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Meditation helps you connect to your inner self and the energy of the universe, creating space for new positive beliefs to emerge. In addition to traditional meditation, there are specific meditation practices designed to help you manifest abundance. One such practice is abundance meditation, where you focus on inviting wealth, prosperity, and success into your life. During this meditation, you visualize yourself surrounded by abundance, feeling the energy of money and success flowing into your life effortlessly. As you meditate, repeat affirmations such as, "I am a magnet for abundance," and feel the positive energy of these words resonating in your body and mind. Affirmations, visualization, gratitude, and meditation are all essential techniques for reprogramming your mindset. However, there is one more critical component to unlocking your abundance frequency: taking inspired action. Manifestation is not about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It's about co-creating with the universe. When you are aligned with the energy of abundance, opportunities will begin to present themselves to you, but it's up to you to take inspired action and seize those opportunities. Inspired action is different from forced action. Forced action comes from a place of desperation or fear, whereas inspired action comes from a place of clarity, trust, and alignment with your desires. When you feel inspired to take a specific action, it will often feel effortless and natural, and you will know it is the right move to make. Whether it's sending an email, making a phone call, or taking a small step toward your goal, inspired action will propel you forward on your journey of manifestation. As you continue to practice these techniques, it's important to remember that reprogramming your mindset takes time. It's not an overnight process, and there may be moments when you feel frustrated or doubtful. However, if you remain consistent and committed to shifting your energy, you will begin to see profound changes in your life. The key is to trust the process and have faith that the universe is working in your favor. In conclusion, unlocking your abundance frequency requires a shift in your mindset. By using simple yet powerful techniques like affirmations, visualization, gratitude, meditation, and inspired action, you can reprogram your subconscious mind to align with the energy of abundance. This shift will create a magnetic force that attracts wealth, success, and prosperity into your life. Stay committed, and you will soon find yourself living the life you've always dreamed of, one that is filled with limitless possibilities. The journey to unlocking your inner prosperity and manifesting abundance is not a simple one, but it is one that is incredibly worth embarking on. As we've explored in this video, the power to change your life lies within your thoughts, emotions, and energy. The techniques we've discussed, affirmations, visualization, gratitude, meditation, and inspired action, are tools that, when used consistently and with intention, have the ability to transform not only your mindset, but also your entire reality. By reprogramming your subconscious mind, shifting your energy, and aligning your vibration with the abundance you desire, you become a magnet for the very things you've been hoping for. The universe responds to the energy you emit, and when you shift that energy to one of positivity, confidence, and trust, you will begin to see miraculous changes in your life. But remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight. It requires dedication, patience, and a willingness to grow and evolve. Each small step you take toward reprogramming your mindset is a step toward manifesting your dreams. As you continue on this path, stay focused on the end result, your abundance, your success, your peace. Keep going, knowing that everything you desire is already on its way. The more you believe in yourself, the more the universe will open doors for you to walk through. Stay aligned, stay consistent, and trust that your prosperity is waiting for you. Are you ready to transform your life and attract the abundance you deserve? If so, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss another transformative video. And don't forget to continue watching the next video on the screen, where we'll dive even deeper into the secrets of manifestation and personal growth. Keep your energy aligned, stay open to new possibilities, and let's manifest the life you've always dreamed of. Keep watching now.